my beautiful people, welcome back to another video. It has been a week. When I tell you it has been a week, it has been a week. It's currently just past 5. After my workday, I went and did a quick little grocery run because I needed to pick up a few things. We are going to have a full evening of self-care, of relaxation, kind of just recoup, reset, and mentally, physically de-stress and unload and prepare for the rest of the week, the rest of the month. So we are gonna spend just a little self-care evening together. First things first, I'm gonna get out of these clothes. We're gonna put on some comfy home clothes, and I think I'm probably gonna start making dinner because I think I wanna have dinner kind of early tonight and just like settle into the evening. So that's what we're gonna do. Honestly, about 10% better now that we are cozy and comfy. Also, by no means is this a night routine. Most of, if not all of my nights do not look like this. This is a very extensive self-care evening in because I honestly need just a little break, reset, like mental recharge. I am going to start making dinner. I was originally thinking of doing a pasta because that's comfy, cozy, and cute, but honestly I'm kind of craving a chicken burrito bowl, which I haven't made in, I want to say a month, but it's a recipe that I like made very frequently at the end of August and beginning of September and never shared on the vlogs. So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. Like to add a little bit of cilantro into this as well as put cilantro on top of the bowl, but I forgot to pick some up, so we are going without cilantro today. Beverage girly, but I'm currently all out of non-alcoholic cold beverages to have with dinner. I normally have like interesting sparkling waters, but I'm all out, so we're just doing some kind of fun but also boring lemon water. My little boo has easily become my favorite thing. I just stick a little tea light in him and then he's just like glowing, and I love it. It's so cozy and perfect timing because Halloween is coming up soon and it's still very fall. All right, so here is dinner. It's either like a burrito or a fajita bowl, whichever you call it. And then I ended up shredding some cheese and sprinkling a little bit of microgreens on top. But I have my boiled shredded chicken, black beans, corn, onion, and then tomatoes, and then there also is a little bit of avocado in there. But it is the perfect bowl salad situation. Sometimes I'll also add in a little bit of rice, but tonight I wanted just something quicker and easier to make. And most of the time too, when I'm boiling the chicken, that's typically the pot that I use for rice. So it's hard to kind of do it at the same time, or at least make it quick if I'm doing both of those in one night. For this evening, I think I'm gonna pick a movie to watch, but I think I'm gonna break it up into like 2 parts this evening because I also wanna have a bath at some point. But I think I'm gonna eat dinner, watch like half the movie, and we'll see how the evening goes. I just have not watched a movie by myself in forever. I've been watching a lot of shows just because I haven't had a lot of time to actually like chill and relax in the evenings. So I think I'm gonna pick a movie that's like roughly around 2 hours. I'm honestly debating throwing on Harry Potter because they're just such comfort movies for me. but we'll see. I'm gonna like scroll through Crave and see if there's anything I want to watch, and if not, probably will resort to watching one of the Harry Potter movies. So I hope my dishwasher is not too loud, but I just did a quick little kitchen post-dinner tidy up and threw on my dishwasher because it was full and ready to go. I really hope it's not too loud in the background. But something that I like including in my self-care nights, especially if I'm doing a longer self-care routine, is also caring for my mental health. And one way that I like to do that is doing some journaling and brain dumps. So I'm gonna do a little brain dump tonight, just to kind of go through my brain of like what's been going on and how I've been feeling and doing mentally. I think sometimes that it's really easy to not know how you're doing, and life sometimes gets caught up with you. We get really overwhelmed. So one thing that I like to do are some brain dumps. So you guys know that I struggle with anxiety as well as panic attacks, and taking care of my mental health is something that is really important to me. And one way that you guys can do that is by seeing a therapist or talking to someone. And today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, so a big thank you to them for partnering with me on today's video. I think that therapy is something that can often be very daunting and very overwhelming, and finding the right therapist is also so important, and they often aren't in your area or in close proximity to you. BetterHelp helps you find not only the right therapist for you, but also a method of therapy that you're comfortable with, whether it's a phone call, a video chat, or even messaging. Whatever your comfortability level is, you can choose that directly on the platform, which I think is amazing as well, especially for people that are a little bit more nervous or weary about starting therapy. It's definitely a great way to get into the space and be able to talk to someone that is not only trained to listen, but is unbiased and can give you professional help and advice as well. You guys can use my link betterhelp.com/vanessatiiu. BetterHelp has over 30,000 therapists in their network, which gives you access to professionals and expertise that may not be available in your area. All it takes to start is filling out a questionnaire that assesses your needs and helps match you to a therapist, typically within 48 hours, so there's a super quick turnaround time. And over 4 million people have used BetterHelp to help them start living happier, healthier, and more mentally well lives. But if you think that you would benefit from therapy at all, I definitely recommend checking out BetterHelp. You guys can use the link down in the description box below or on the screen as well. It's just betterhelp.com/vanessatiiu. The link also gives you 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. But again, a big thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. Like I said, mental health is something that is so important to me, so being able to share resources and access for those that may not have access to a therapist or just good mental health resources, I think is so important. But I think it's time for me to go have a bath now. I think I'm going to have like a nice bubble bath and read for a little bit as well. All right, cozies are on, skincare is done. It is fall and I have a literal giant basket of apples. So that means I'm gonna make a little single serve apple crisp and finish watching the rest of my movie. I ended up going with The Amazing Spider-Man, which is another comfort movie of mine, like any Marvel movie, Harry Potter. Those are kind of like my comfort movies. But I'm gonna make a little homemade like single serve apple crisp situation because I'm craving a little bit of something sweet and also it's fall, so why not? I'm gonna read a little bit before bed. I don't have any book updates for you guys because as you saw earlier, I am still reading Queen of Shadows. But I want to ask you guys for book requests because you guys always ask me for book and reading requests, but I want to know what you are reading right now or what your best read has been recently. And I always love expanding and forever growing my TBR. So let me know what you guys are currently reading and how it's going, what genre it is, because I'm not strictly a fantasy gal. I definitely love my fantasy books, but I'm definitely open to like dabbling in other genres. Like I dabble in romance a little bit, but I've never dabbled in like thriller. I feel like thriller is the only genre because I've read like some historical fiction and obviously nonfiction, but I am open. So give me your recommendations. Also, I didn't make a tea tonight. I feel like normally on self-care nights, I tend to make like a ginger or peppermint or chamomile or some sort of herbal tea in the evening and wasn't really craving a tea, and also just wanted to keep my skincare also kind of minimal. I feel like normally on self-care nights, I do like a mask or eye patches or something kind of extensive, but I just wanted to really just like take my time, do my normal skincare routine, which I feel like is also very much self-care. Like self-care does not have to be super extensive or strenuous. Like you don't have to do a million trillion steps. It can just be simply slowing down, doing the things that you love, and taking some slow moments for yourself as well, which I think is really important to note because sometimes self-care can be portrayed as having to do a million things as acts of self-care, but really, at least to me, it's just taking some time to slow down and focus on yourself. I am going to end off today's vlog here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little self-care night in with me, maybe got some ideas of some ways that you can practice self-care or just prioritize yourself this week. Remember to be kind to yourself and give yourself grace this week. I love you all so much and I will see you in the next video. Bye!